Scrappy friends, today is day 6. Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you ever so much if you have been following me along so far. This has been lots of fun and I feel like I'm actually getting it done, which is very exciting. I haven't had anyone share with me what they're creating or if they're playing with me, so playing along with me. If you are, please do share. I really would love to see. So as you can see, I am working on the back of all these 2x2 squares. Now, because I'd already done the front, I found this side a little bit easier to work with than the other side. If you remember correctly, I said yesterday that I really struggled with the 2x2 size just because I don't even really understand why, but I do. So first of all, I decided that I'm going to put in 2 pieces of red paper, again, that I pulled from my scraps, and they are going to replace the black. And I pretty quickly decided that I was going to change out that big 17 for these white letters, and they're not letters, they're numbers, for these white numbers from the Ali Edwards kit. I knew that I was going to put the numbers of each day on each of the photos. So day 17, I'm documenting our elf on the shelf, Pixie. I've picked a few of our favorite things from the time that she was here for December, including days after the 17th. I don't mind that, you know, if you're looking through this album and you go, hang on a second, this is day 17 and there's stuff from day 24 here. Yes, I went back and I added photos and that's totally okay. So I've kept the first one pretty slow. I've just popped a number on the side. Now you would have noticed that I stuck my photo to the back of what was on the other side, and then I trimmed it down. I did mention earlier that I'm quite fussy about the same size, especially in these little pockets, because for some reason things like to move around a lot. So I'm going to do that for all of these. I'm just trimming off the excess after I stick it together, and then I'm going to pop the day number on there. All of the photos are pretty self-explanatory. I'll just quickly grab the album. So the one on the top row is Pixie had decorated our Christmas tree with the boys' jocks, which was day 6. On the second row on the left-hand side was day 14, and Pixie went fishing by our Christmas tree with a little in a plastic bathtub. I've got my numbers around the wrong way, so I need to swap the next one. So the one in the middle is number 8, and it's Pixie in a jar, in a mason jar, and she's holding a sign that says, "I farted in here. Want to smell?" Ha ha ha. I did totally get that idea from someone else, and I love it. It's hilarious. The boys thought it was hilarious. Then the next one, so down the bottom on the left-hand side, is 22. Pixie always toilet papers our Christmas tree. So she did it again this year. And then 24, she's in our Christmas box on Christmas Eve morning with a box full of stuff. She always brings us new pajamas, a new book, a new Christmas movie, and generally something fun for all of us to play with. And a note from Santa. So that's what day 24 is. I decided I was going to keep the other 2 places fairly simple with where the back of the photos were showing through. I just grabbed a 6x4 journaling card and cut it into 2x2 squares. I'm going to do a little bit of journaling on both of them. The first one, Ali Edwards' stamps. I did want to put the whole Dear Santa, but it didn't quite fit. So I've just inked up the Santa, and you saw me sew that right down so you could see what I was doing. Now I'm just going to fill in the journaling, and the card says, "Dear Santa, thank you so much for sending Pixie to us. We love her and her sometimes silly antics." So just a little note saying how much we love seeing Pixie. And then on the bottom, I've stamped. So I bought Chamel's 2 of Chamel's Christmas stamp sets last year, and this second card has got 2 stamps on it. The first one is an arch that says Christmas, and the second one is a straight line with like normal type text, Eve. But the Christmas is, I'm pretty sure that's Chamel's handwriting, to be honest. And I've just done a little bit of journaling on there, and that says, "Christmas Eve, I think, is their fave with Pixie. She not only spoils us, but they can cuddle her and hang out all day with her." So in the note that Santa sends with Pixie on Christmas Eve, it always says, feel free to hang out with Pixie, give her cuddles, take her wherever you go on any adventures that you go on. And remember to leave her in her favourite place in your home so she can make her way back to help me after you go to bed. So I'm just stamping. I'm going to fill in the journaling. And again, I'm pretty sure I don't make you watch that because it's not very exciting. And then the last part of this video, I believe, is me putting all of the cards back in, and I again go back. I add some little word strips to those 2 red cards just to break up the red and bring the black through a little bit more. That one at the top, which I'm going to move to the bottom, says family, and then the one that I'm going to put on the bottom that is going to go on the top says it says holiday love. I'm just going to use my tiny attacher to staple those to the middle of the cards and call it done. Now, what I was saying before, and I think I cut it out, but I can't remember, is that I once again pull out the cards that are on the other side of the cards I'm going to put in, and I attach them and trim them down so they're all the same size. So when I photographed this, a couple of the cards were in the wrong place. Where I just had them is where they are now. I've just fixed them up as I've been talking to you. Yeah. So I'm going to go back through and I'm going to stick all these back together. I'm pretty sure I cut it all out for you, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I've sped it up, super sped it up. I think this is 8 times. I did want you to see my whole process because sometimes that can be quite useful, but I didn't want to torment you too much. So yeah, I've put number 14 and number 22 in the wrong place. I've just shifted those 2 down 1 each. I'm really happy with how this page came together. I'm really, like I said, I'm really enjoying this whole process. I'm really enjoying getting this done. Here is a close-up and then the photo. So I'll be back again tomorrow with my next share. I hope you're enjoying this, and I shall see you again when I'm back tomorrow. Bye, and thank you for stopping by.